We are so pleased now to welcome into the show former NWSL player, the board chair of the Black Women's Players Collective, and now back at her alma mater in Duke University as the Climate and Sustainability Coordinator, Imani Dorsey. Welcome to the show, Imani.
Yeah, Imani.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, we are so happy to have you. So I introed you as Imani Dorsey. Now, should I have said Imani Dorsey Kunzweiler? Because you got married, my friend. Congratulations.
I got married. New last name, Imani Dorsey Kunzweiler. So it's been super fun, and I'm still very much getting used to it. But we're doing the two last names thing.
I love the two last names things. We can rock with it. You just got married a few months ago in December. Yeah. How was the wedding? Congrats.
It was amazing. We did it in Utah, in our favorite spot there at Sundance, and it was snowy and just perfect and the best day ever. It goes by too fast, truly.
Oh, it was so beautiful. I just fawned over all the pictures. I commented on every single one of Imani's photos. Naturally. But Imani, you also retired. You stepped away, you hung up your boots. How's retirement been? How's the somewhat normal work life? Like, how's the adjustment been?
It is so weird, honestly. I think even like with the moves, now I'm in North Carolina, the wedding, everything happening all at once has definitely been a whirlwind. Being back on my college campus, it's been like 8 years, and I'm like, it feels like home, but it's also, I'm in a completely different life stage, which is crazy. Trying to build my own routine has definitely been the weirdest part, but it feels really exciting to be in a role that I'm super, super passionate about. And I think that's all you can ask for coming from what I've been doing my entire life. So
wait, I want to know more about this. Tell us about this role. Like, you've always been, I was telling the girls, and a lot of people know this, as like, she is such a stellar human being off the field. Like, you're so smart, you're so diligent, you're always trying to make a difference. Like, I'm not shocked that you're now working at a university, but I want to hear more about this role and kind of your day-to-day, like what you do at Duke, and what your major goal is taking that job and that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm really excited to be here. It's a relatively new role. It began basically from some student athletes deciding that sustainability, climate and sustainability is important to them. From the work that they did and with leadership and our athletic director, Nina King, and our vice provost, Toddy Steelman, they basically supported the role and made it a full-time position to basically work on sustainability initiatives in the athletics department. So I work between the university and athletics to just continue to incorporate waste reductions, energy efficiency. How can we continue to build towards a more sustainable future and leverage the Duke Athletics platform for good, basically?
Imani, I love this. I mean, you look very official with the headset and the microphone.
I know, right? I'm like,
that's great.
You got a pen in your hand.
Like, what's happening?
Do you go on campus much, or do you do most from home?
Yeah, I do like 2 to 3 days on campus, and I'm seated within like the athletics facility and game ops team. So I understand the operational, how their team works, but I also sit with the Office of Climate and Sustainability. So I kind of do both. It's a new position. It really hasn't happened before. Duke is leading this sector in this way to have my position. And whenever I talk to anybody, they're like, this sounds like the perfect role for you. And I'm like,
and they picked the perfect person to start off the new role. So you're gonna lay that land and kill it, girl. I love it.
It doesn't always happen, Imani, where you say goodbye to one big part of your life. I mean, retiring from football is not easy, and there's so much change that comes with it, but it does feel like you seamlessly have just found another home. How was that transition from playing to now a corporate 9-to-5 with the headset and the pen in hand?
Yeah, I'm definitely like my 9-to-5 figuring that out. I was just saying on my Instagram yesterday, I'm like, I think I'm like kind of getting headaches from like staring at a screen for so long, which is terrible. That is probably like the worst thing a pro athlete wants to hear. But in terms of like, I feel it makes me really happy because now I'm closer to home. I think I've been home like for the last 4 weekends in a row for the first time in like 8 years.
Crazy.
So that's really like what makes me so excited to spend time with my husband. Like, we're able to go, like, he was a runner, so now I'm training for the Boston Marathon. I don't know if I'm actually going to get into the Boston Marathon, but I'm training to hit the qualifying time. Like, I have so much more freedom and flexibility to do what I haven't been able to do yet. The hardest part definitely is not just going to soccer games, but going to any games. And I just worked, I helped with the Duke women's basketball game versus UNC. And I was watching the girls, like, it was their senior night and they were with their families at the end of the game. And I was kind of like,
got you in your feels.
Bringing me back. Not just to college, but just like to just now. I'm like, oh my gosh, you get like these waves of this emotion or nostalgia. And you're like, wow, that's kind of done now, which is a very weird feeling. But it definitely helps to have so much that I'm excited to looking forward to. So
yeah, girl, it never goes away. I'm 3 years out now. I still get like all teared up or like when I'm like, what is happening to me? I think it's also just like what's getting older. I don't know. But Imani, what I've loved watching is your TikToks and how you're sharing so much more of yourself on social media, especially since you retired. You're training for a marathon.
She's a great follow. Go follow.
I am really follow.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah. But you're really killing it. Why? What kind of motivated you to do that? And are you enjoying sharing more of yourself in that way?
Yeah, I think I had been a little bit more hesitant to share during my playing career just because it felt like I worked really hard to share that there's a lot off the field that I'm really passionate about. But right now it feels like this period of transition and talking with a lot of my teammates and friends who are in the league. It's a subject that people struggle with a lot in terms of, I don't know what my next step looks like. This is scary. This is stressful. And I think everybody can relate to that, whether they're transitioning out of professional sports or just trying to make a pivot in their own lives or in their own careers. So I'm like, I always connect with a little bit of vulnerability and just like a casual, this is what my days look like. This is what I'm working through. This is what I'm struggling with. And trying to share that more and more. That like, it's hard for me to post on social media when I don't feel super excited about what I'm sharing. And when I was during my pro career, it's like, yeah, I can share my day in the life, but that wasn't as exciting to me, which I'm sure probably sounds crazy to people, but that was what I'd been doing for 20 years. So this is completely new for me, and that gets me really excited. And while everybody's like, you're literally working a 9 to 5, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, this is new for me and this is fun. And I'm like having lunch with my coworkers in the office and like getting to know them and getting to learn how to work together to accomplish this really hard challenge of sustainability and climate change in a university setting. So it's really complex issues that I get to solve each and every day, and trying to convey that. And also just my transition out of soccer has been fun.
Is it also nice? Because I think a lot of people look at being a pro athlete as like, oh, your day-to-day must be amazing and you feel good and you work out. And it's like, actually, I think you have more bad days than good days most of the time, because it's just like you're constantly judged. It's all on you.
It's a job.
Your week is dictated by the match day on the weekend and if you're in or not. Does it feel nice to like not have that pressure anymore? And like you kind of get to separate your Imani Dorsey from work in a way?
Yes. And I think that's the part that I really struggled with pro soccer is we're all ambitious and we're all here to compete and be our best each and every day, but it takes so much out of you each and every day. When I explain to people, I couldn't relax any moment of my day. I could not relax because I'm prepping for the next day, because every moment I step on the field, I have to be my best. Every time I'm on the field, I have to be my best. And there's something incredible about that. The feeling, the high when you hit that and you're like, I had a great day. I had a great training session. Nothing compares to it. But from a day-to-day basis, it is exhausting and it wears you down. And now when
the level of high cortisol that lives inside you constantly is unhealthy.
You can't relax. Can't relax. And now I'm kind of like, I have my job, and it's nice because I can choose when I opt in to be like, this is something that I'm like, we're getting this done. And that's really fun being in an athletics environment still next to athletics. But I can come into the office and I'm like, yeah, I have my things that I need to hit, but I'm not like feeling constantly watched every second and evaluated every moment I'm in the office. So, yeah.
Well, it's amazing to me, like talking about dealing with all those stressors and just that weight that you constantly feel as a pro athlete, but then all the while being able to create the Black Women's Players Collective. Like I remember when you guys first started that and the inception of it, and think about how far it has come since you first founded that. Can you tell us a little bit about your work with them?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, the Black Women's Player Collective, so we started in 2020. Darian's been involved from the beginning as well. We basically came together realizing that because we're one of a few in a predominantly white sport in the US, it was important for us to share our experience not only to each other internally, but also publicly and collectively. To support one another collectively, I think was a really strong stance to advocate for ourselves and advocate for the next generation. In doing this work, I think that's also what brought me so much balance and peace in my time as a pro, because coming into the league in, what was it, 2018, the league was still growing so much. There was so much, the level of investment was not there yet. I was with Sky Blue and we're still playing at Rutgers University. Like it's
What a
so
time.
cool to see, like literally what a time.
What a time.
Like literally crazy. But I mean that all to say it didn't feel, the league didn't feel what it feels like now, and the level of eyes on women's sports was something that you still had to fight through day in and day out. And I think I always knew that what was going to be my why in this sport was how I can lead this sport better than I found it. And whether that was advocating with Athlete Ally for greater LGBTQ inclusion, or with our PA and helping negotiate our first collective bargaining agreement, or the Black Women's Player Collective, like that's what got me up. And through the hard days, I'm like, I'm going to leave this sport better than I found it. And I think it makes me really, really happy to know that I have a small piece of that. Like I can look where I started the league and I can look and see where it is now. And that makes me so excited.
Yeah.
Imani, don't shortchange yourself. It's not a small part. It is a big part of this collective, but also the league and the growth of it and the change of it and the visibility for players that you have done and spearheaded. And you've done so much and in such a short amount of time too. When you think back to when you started the BWPC up until now, what are you most proud of that you've helped accomplish?
Oh my gosh. Well, there's so many different things. I think this past championship was really fun because we were a part of Fan Fest at the NWSL Championship. And that was the first time we were really able to engage with fans who were just excited about the work that we were doing. A lot of times we go to schools and engage with girls in that way. And those moments are obviously hands down the best moments to engage with a little Black girl who did not know a pro Black female soccer player exists, like is hands down the best thing. But then to see fans so excited about our work and being like, we're so happy that you exist. We're so happy that you're here. Fans of all ages, colors, like everyone was so excited to support us. And I think to have that, like, that feedback from, I've always known this about our NWSL fandom. It's an incredible community, but to have that first and foremost, I think was a really special moment to know, like, we're here.
Oh, Imani, but you've been like so integral in creating those spaces and the following and even the opportunities. Like I love going and working on the mini pitches and seeing the young Black girls and boys too that come out and play. And it's like, oh, it's like giving my younger self a hug. And I know that you feel that way. And in honor of Black History Month, we're asking everybody that we interview on, you know, you're paving the way, the visibility, the work you've done, you being a pro athlete, you even your position at Duke right now, you're the first of its kind in being a Black woman is incredible. Who were the Black athletes that made you feel seen that when you were younger or even in your career now?
Oh my gosh. Well, so many come to mind. I think the first and foremost was Serena Williams, because she was incredible. And her career, she had to navigate so much hate and controversy throughout it. I think that was always really inspiring for me to see as a kid. In our sport, Crystal, because she played at Washington Spirit, so I grew up going to her game. I'm not like crazy younger, but like I grew up like going to her games and being like, this is so cool that she is just absolutely killing it. And And also to that point, who I became very close with, I'm very close with now, Estelle Johnson. I remember Estelle, she was at the Spirit as well, and we scrimmaged them in a Duke game. And I was like so excited to just play against the Spirit. And after the game, I can remember she was like, "You had a great game." And I was like, I was like, "Thank you." And then we became teammates and we became roommates. And now, like, I'm literally going to live like 5 minutes down the street from her. So it's literally just like full circle. She's always been like a mentor and mom to me, but just led with such grace and compassion and composure and just absolutely killed it. Just there's so many Black women who lead by example in and around this league and sport. And it's hard to really put into words what it means to a young person growing up, like to see that person leading in that way and just existing in a space that you didn't know you could, I think.
Imani, you also, in addition to your work with the Black Women's Players Collective, you've also partnered with Athlete Ally and helped really build a partnership between those two organizations. Talk to us about Athlete Ally and all this advocacy work that you do with them as well.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, so I first heard about Athlete Ally in college because they have college chapters. So Duke had a really strong college chapter and put on a couple of campaigns that I was aware of. They did like a You Don't Say campaign way back in the day, and just like trying to break down the barriers of stereotypes around LGBTQ inclusion in sport. Fast forward to my first year in the league, and the Playing for Pride campaign was beginning, which was basically athletes can contribute X amount of money for goals, passes, whatever they'd like it to be, and donating to Athlete Ally in support of Athlete Ally during Pride Month. I took part in that and was really excited to be a part of that. That felt like a small, easy step for me to be engaged from the beginning, something that I could do. From there, I became a pro ambassador with Athlete Ally, and in my introduction was really wanting to speak about trans inclusion in sports, like from the beginning, especially for Black women. So that was always something that I felt was really important. Recently, we've been able to partner more heavily with Athlete Ally and the Black Women's Player Collective because of the way that trans women are targeted in and around our league. I think it's been really important just in sport in general. Also, the way that Black women are put on have a what's it called? Oh my gosh, magnifying glass on them almost at all times. That's the reason the Black Women's Player Collective exists, is to protect our space and our peace. And a lot of times that coincides with the LGBTQ community. So I'm really proud of the partnership that we're building with Athlete Ally, and the work that they're doing is truly incredible. So anytime I can promote them, highlight them, and celebrate them and their work for inclusion, I think it's really important.
Love it, Imani. I love Athlete Ally. Shout out. I'm also working with them. I can't wait to see what we do with the BWPC and Athlete Ally. Are you watching the Winter Olympics right now?
I am. Not as much as I want to be, but I am.
Okay. Well, we did on our last show, we kind of started the show this way. If you were to compete in an Olympic sport, I kind of know what you would do. Well, I have an idea.
Wait,
what event do you think that you would do?
Okay. Realistically, probably like speed skating or something is probably what I would do. But I've always wanted to be a snowboarder. Like if I could do like slope style or like what's it called? Snowboard cross. Yeah. I've always thought the snowboarders are like the coolest people.
You have such good finesse in the way that you move. Like, you're so smooth. I love that.
Yeah. It would be so fun. So
girl, I was gonna say cross country skiing because you are training for a marathon right now.
Yeah. But like,
how is that? And how's your Achilles? And wow.
I know my Achilles is doing good. We still keep up our physical therapy. We don't slack on that because that's not bad. But I mean, honestly, the marathon training isn't that bad because I'm not like high speed running all the time.
Are you running on pavement though?
Yeah, but I have really nice inserts. I have really nice inserts. Yeah.
Custom.
Okay.
I got those custom inserts that I'm like, I can never lose them.
No. I've still got mine for playing too. I switch them around into my everyday shoes.
Do you?
No, I have a cleats pair and I have a regular pair, and they come with me everywhere I go. Those are helping a lot. But I'm not doing the high speed running as intensely, so it doesn't feel as overwhelming.
Poundy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it has been fun to watch your marathon training because you're also doing that across your social media, giving it out there. Imani, it has been such a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It was so good to see all of you. McCall, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know. I was telling them, I was like, I first met Imani when I was running the college program in North Carolina. I was playing for Courage and you were still in college and you were like one of my students, And then fast forward, we became teammates and then we became co-captains together. Like, so it's a very similar story to how you're talking about Estelle. Like there's an age gap. And then once you turn pro, it just all disappears. And you're all of a sudden like playing next to the person. You were like, it's so neat. So thank you for coming on and giving us your time. Like you're seriously, truly so special, Imani. Thank you for all you've done for this game too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So great to talk with you guys.
Imani, we've talked about your socials and how you're so active on it. Give us the plug. Where can people follow you and keep up with your marathon training? You do little Q&As too. It is so fun. So where can they find you?
Yeah, so my Instagram handle is IamDorsey, and it's the same for TikTok. You can follow me both on there. I would say in terms of follow the Black Women's Player Collective, Black W Player Collective on Instagram as well. I do Tuesdays, you can ask me questions. Thursdays, I give you some answers just on anything. And I just pick and choose what I'll talk about because I'm very long-winded and I can only do 2 questions. But it's been fun to get more and more questions and just hearing what people are interested in and just trying to build a little community there, talking about transitioning out of pro soccer. So yeah.
I love it so much. We have people with us live on YouTube here on A3, and they were dropping so many questions for you in the chat. We couldn't get to all of them. So head over to socials, hit Imani up on Tuesdays with your questions, and then she'll answer them on Thursday. How cool is that? And give A3 a shout out if you're dropping a question from A3 people. Imani, absolutely. Thank you so much. It is so good to chat with you. Good luck with everything, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you guys. Take care.
See you soon, Imani.